What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for joining me. Today I want to talk a little bit about the new proposal for the stimulus package, or the third stimulus package, I should say, and give you my opinions and kind of try to make sense of it for you in case you're a little confused about it. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll give you a shout out. If you go down to the comments, let me know if you're a new subscriber. Just say, hey, I subscribed. I'll give you a shout out, and while you're here, also hit the notification bell so you get all the updates from my new videos. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, folks, here it is. This is the House Committee's proposal for the 2020 recovery rebates, or like the rebates that are going to be coming out, well, hopefully coming out soon, because we really need them. And by rebates, I mean stimulus checks, right? That's really what they are. Section 9601-2021, so the year 2021, provides a $1,400 refundable tax credit for each family member that shall be paid out in advance payments, similar to the economic impact payments in the CARES Act. So they're basically saying the same thing as last year's stimulus, right? And Consolidated Appropriations Act 2021, which was the last one, I believe. The credit is $1,400 for single taxpayers. So if it's just you and you file, a single, you're going to get $1,400. But there are some restrictions to that, so I will get to that. If you are a dependent, whether you're a child or if you have like a grandparent who's a dependent, you will also receive an additional $1,400 per dependent as well. So also something to think about. The credits will phase out between $75,000 and $100,000. So if you make in between here, you will get a kind of a prorated version of this. Okay, so you're not going to get the whole $1,400. And I believe the same can be said for the additional dependent amount as well. Once you hit $100,000, though, there's just a drop off. It's just $0. Doesn't matter if you have dependents or not. You don't get anything because you make $100,000. So keep that in mind. The adjusted amount for married is going to be $150,000 to $200,000, and if you're head of household, it's $112,000 to $150,000. So all a little bit different, but still, stuff you would want to know about here. And yeah, like I said before, once you go over the certain amount, it starts to just kind of prorate from there. So if you made over 75K, and you're a single filer, you're going to start seeing this kind of lower every 1,000 or so, but it will start to drop. So keep that in mind. So I'm not gonna talk about the child tax credit and stuff. I'm just gonna keep the stimulus checks as the main focus here, because I don't want to go too far into this, and the stimulus checks are kind of really the main focus of this video. So if you want to look at that, I will put the link for this in the description below. So you can go ahead and do that. But I am going to skip that part, and you can kind of go and do your research on that if you'd like. So let's continue. For purpose of this credit, a dependent includes both children and non-child dependents. And this is what I was explaining when they talk about like non-child dependents, they mean like, if you're taking care of someone who can't take care of themselves, if you have kids who are in college, like they're adults, but they're adult dependents, like those kind of folks, right? That's what they're referencing here. Okay. A taxpayer is eligible for a credit with respect to any individual in the household for whom a Social Security number is associated with such individual on a tax return. Advance payments are generally not subject to administrative offset for past due federal or state debts, including offset for past due child support. So you can't have these garnished, right? It's not like if you have like a lien or something against you, or a court case that says you have garnishment of your wages or anything like that. This is totally, it can't be affected by that. If you have child support due or past due child support, that cannot be affected with this as well. So this is another thing to consider. I don't believe in the CARES Act that they covered child support. I believe if you had past due child support, you still had to pay it out of the check. So I believe that those were garnished before, when now they are not. So something to think about, a little bit different than the first one. The Treasury is directed to issue this credit as an advance payment based on information on 2019 or 2020 tax returns. Furthermore, the Treasury is given broad authority to make payments to non-filer populations based on return information available to the Secretary. Treasury shall conduct outreach to non-filers to inform them of how to file for their advanced payment. So here's the deal. What that means is if they haven't received your 2020 tax return yet, they're going to go off your 2019. And I'm going to give you kind of an example of what this means. If you made more money this in 2020 than you did in 2019, and it takes you over the cap, right? Like for me, like let's say you made under 75 and then last year you made over 75, it's probably best to hold off on your taxes as long as possible until you get your check, because pretty much they're going to go off the prior year because they don't have enough information. Now, if somehow we have these checks going out next year, which hopefully we don't, simply because I just want things to go back to normal, and then at that point, if you made more money, you're going to start seeing the deviation. So keep that in mind. If, however, you made more in 2019 and you weren't eligible, and now all of a sudden you are eligible, you will want to file as soon as possible, because if you haven't, and they send the checks out, or if they go to send a check out and they see that you're not eligible because of your 2019, and then you file your 2020 tax return, you will not receive any kind of credit until 2021's filing back in the next year, in 2022. So you'll be delaying that check for about a year, which I definitely don't want you to do, especially since we're an investing channel. And I want you guys to be able to have your money so you can make your investments, or really just to have it to live off of, guys, because a year's a long time to have money sitting and not doing anything for you. So that's something to consider as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's the gist of it right now. Like I said, I'm going to link this in the description below so you can take a look at the other aspects of the entire article. But yeah, I think it's about time we got our money. We've been waiting long enough. I will say this, though. This probably won't get actioned until sometime in March. Hopefully. I know that's kind of wishful thinking, but you never really know. I can't make anything. I can't make any kind of predictions or anything. So this is just my hope, and don't take my word for it. Just cross your fingers, because I am. Okay. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, throw them in the throw them down in the comment section, and let me know what you guys think. Are you guys struggling right now? Is this money going to be able to help you out? If you need any advice or anything, maybe we can come together as a comment section and really help each other out. So, all right, guys, that's the news. I will let you go now. I hope you're having a great night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you may be, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.